So, hello Shanker. It has been a while. Last time we met in Palo Alto. Now we are in the new Omnissa offices. You just finished off Omnissa One conference, both in the US and in Europe. So what were the main focus areas, especially for the VMware savvy audiences? Like, what is the main things currently going on in Omnissa and what should people really look out for?
Oh, absolutely. Thanks, Steve. We had spectacular conferences in both Vegas and Amsterdam, and we're going to be going to Tokyo for the Japan part of our tour. Great attendees, completely full, the right audience. I think the biggest takeaway for me was that I think this end user computing space needed sort of a foundational vendor, right? Someone who could cover the breadth of the solutions needed in this space. Someone who could do it in a platform-centric, integrated way, and someone who truly had best-of-breed technology in every facet. And that was the theme of the conference. Our theme of the conference was consolidate without compromise. So which means that we had essentially a consolidated platform that covered every aspect of this space, whether it was UEM, VDI, DEX, and a multitude of other things now that are being added to this space. Second, completely integrated with a broad ecosystem, probably in the most diverse way possible, right? And lastly, the innovations that we unveiled really showed this is truly an AI-powered platform.
Okay.
I think that was the essence of the conference.
So looking at where Omnissa is now, where would you say Omnissa is going to be in a year and or maybe in 5 years?
Yeah,
it's always difficult, especially the long term.
Look, we've been independent for about 16 months, and there was a purpose why we, set out to be independent, to create this sort of de facto platform company in the end user computing space. The great thing we've learned is the space is not only relevant, it's growing, it's important and critical for most technology enterprise companies. Okay. So first of all, we believe in a year, we'd have made significant progress and shown that to the market. I think the market will see us in terms of having the best customers that have embraced the platform and, significant sort of financial growth. I think in 5 years, I do believe that we'll be a signature company in enterprise software because the space is valuable. We sort of quantify the space as about $35 billion in TAM, and we absolutely intend to and have the conviction that we can be the leading player in this space.
Great. When I look at it, one of the comments I get, especially not only after the acquisition, but even before that, when Kubernetes and other things came up, people constantly come to me and tell me, is like, virtualization is dead, server computing is dead, everything is going to be different. And that kind of affects the VDI space as well. It's like, everybody keeps coming back. It's like, there is no VDI necessary. It's going to be web-based applications. I mean, I remember I started in '96 in the IT industry and everybody says like, in 5 years, everything is a web-based application, which would not necessarily, you still need identity and all of that. But the whole story around VDI wouldn't be there. But at the same point in time, I think, at least I feel, there is so much legacy in enterprise companies that even though they want to get rid of, I think they need the mix out of both. How do you see that out of from an Omnissa perspective?
Yeah, I think we also shared a slightly broader perspective at Omnissa One. I would say quite a bit broader perspective, right? We actually didn't talk about in our keynote VDI and mobile device management and Windows and Mac device management. We didn't go that route, right? We really talked about the journey of end user computing. Look, end users are not going away. We all agree on that. End user computing technologies are not going away. It's only getting more complex, more diverse, more heterogeneous, right? So we went through sort of 5 scenarios. How do you onboard users, right? How do you manage all the devices in your enterprise landscape, right? How do you deliver the applications to the users and do runtime operations? How do you secure them and deliver a great employee experience? That's not going away, is it? If it's going away, then enterprises are dead. So if that's not going away, you need a set of technologies, right? And what we have done is, first of all, build a singular platform. So in some cases, yes, you're right. Windows long tail applications aren't going away for a long time and VDI isn't going away. But you need to manage devices, so management's not going away. You need employee experience, but you also need additional technologies. We introduced, vulnerability defense, right? We've expanded now our portfolio to Windows Server management. So you will see us keep doing more and more things. that are required to fulfill this journey of these 5 things we talked about, which isn't going away. So that's where we're taking this. We're taking it to a new world, and it's now an AI-driven platform. It's very, very relevant. It's relevant to AI. It's relevant to cybersecurity. It's relevant to end users. It's relevant on the experience side. It's relevant on the management side. So it's not going away.
Speaking about AI, and that's more a hypothetical question, is like, as all the companies are currently saying, is like AI is going to take over so many, let's say, job roles, is like, will we need at one point in time potentially, and we had a similar discussion at a finance conference lately where someone said it's like AI might need a psychiatric treatment sometimes. It's like, will we need device management or corporate management for potential AI employees in the future as well? What's your just out of your feeling? Do we need that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get drawn into that topic of humans versus versus machines, right? But I think, listen, where I think AI is really it's already, we all know where it's actually starting to make an impact. Okay, in our space, what we can tell you is, first of all, AI is only meaningful of data. Now we have tons of data because we work with millions and millions of devices, right? Across sort of multiple tiers, if you will, the virtual tier, the physical tier, the access tier, and so on and so forth. So when we have this data, we can, leverage the data to good use. So what do we drive? We're driving outcomes. The outcomes we're driving is the ability to manage things far more efficiently, where you don't have to sit and tweak those different knobs, those different configurations. Second, to be able to become really good at identifying employee experience gaps and fixing them, remediating them automatically. That's why our vision is of this autonomous workspace, okay? And third is proactively identifying security risk in the end user computing part of the world. So that's where AI, I think, is going to deliver significant value in the next 2-3 years.
Yeah. And lastly, what role are going in, as we discussed that several times, is like, what role are partners going to play in this now and in the future?
I think I'm glad you brought it up because I neglected to mention that. I think, listen, we've always wanted to become a, significantly partner-centric company. So we launched our Omnissa partner program in March. It's great success. We had lots of partners at the Omnissa One conferences, and many of them are now starting to do really, really good business with us. And I think we've created a program that's highly, not just partner friendly, but at the end of the day, it's customer friendly, because in many of the regions of the world, the customers want partners to work. So I think we've got a really good program, a really good base of partners, and we're marching ahead. I think we're excited because I think partners are going to drive more and more of the business and offer more and more services. So the opportunities for partners is immense. But thanks for reminding me of that.
Yeah, we are clearly looking into what's going to come in the next few years. We have a few very interesting opportunities currently running, and so that's definitely going to be interesting, especially as we also now see because I think there is going to be a growing demand as companies now actually repatriate out of the public cloud into the on-prem scenarios. There will be the same, that will actually drive up demand for all of these scenarios from that perspective as well. And I mean, clearly the latest outages in the last couple of days or weeks are not going to help companies actually want to stay there. But in the end, I always keep saying, it's like, okay, if that is an outage every 3 or 4 or 5 years, if you run it all by yourself, are you really sure that you are going to have a similar scenario? But I think it's like, this is clearly going to be a partner-driven business, people like us, because it's like, in the end, you don't know necessarily all about the customer as much as we, because we are in their daily business, we are talking to them, we see the challenges they have, and that's also why it's so important to have a clear and constant communication between us from a partner perspective, and you is like, what do we see in the market as well, because that, I think, is an important factor.
Well said.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time, and hope to see you again in, not necessarily again 1 or 2 years time period, but maybe in a couple of months.
Thank you, Yves. Appreciate it.